How can you realize God? You see, to succeed in a professional and academic life, you may need a high degree of intellectual excellence. To succeed in a spiritual life, though, all you need is a willingness to experience the transcendental nature of the divine. When you work on succeeding in your spiritual life, you will realize that success in professional and personal life come along. There is contentment and yet a passion to evolve and do more. Watch the video I did on purpose of a life to learn more about your real purpose. Self-realization and God realization is unique to each one of us. God puts everyone on a level playing field. God realization occurs when through grace we open to experience the divinity. Grace comes only when you have gratitude. You see, it is all interlinked. Gratitude leads to grace. Grace leads to self and God realization. And when that happens, your professional and personal life realization also occurs. An individual waiting to experience divinity is like an unblossomed lotus flower. On experiencing divinity, the person glows with the grandeur and ecstasy of a full bloom flower. Divinity can only be comprehended by a believer in faith. God realization is a completely emotional process which cannot be adequately represented through words or any kind of scientific discipline. To embrace the concept, though, we are forced to describe God realization as a sequence of steps. There's 3 steps really. The first step of God realization occurs when an individual starts to contemplate and think of divinity. Admiring the opulence, grandeur, and supreme divinity, the individual gains contentment by listening and engaging in the conversations on the glory of the Supreme. The mind is in love and cannot stop thinking about God. Rumi, the mystic poet, says, "The moment I found love, I gave up my soul, my heart, and my eyes." The individual in the first stage becomes a devotee and then follows the threefold path of devotion of listening, chanting, and contemplating with meditation. The second step of God realization occurs when the devotee's love and dedication trigger the inner being of enlightenment and awareness. Like a seed sprouting into a sapling, the logged and inaccessible inner being shoots up to make its presence felt. The devotee can feel the inner self. An unexplainable feeling gushes through the entire body and radiance oozes out. Divinity makes its presence felt in the body like a bubbling fountain, merging through the crevices of a rock, and the individual gets ready to receive the grace of the third and the final step. In the third and the final step, the divine intervenes, remember this, and wipes out the darkness of ignorance through the lamp of divinity and wisdom. This is where the individual gets transformed. Attachment with detachment takes place. Your desire is replaced by sincere efforts. The divine becomes the path and destination of every activity. A peaceful calm prevails within the devotee. God is seen, heard, felt, experienced all at the same time. Your soul consciousness and this body consciousness merge together, and the individual now is in a true state of God realization. In a true state of realization, the individual experiences God as the supreme with 6 different and limitless qualities: strength, knowledge, beauty, fame, opulence, and renunciation. The third step brings out a God who is a personal being to you. A God who is the manifester of all these entities and this entire universe, and the master of this galaxy of universe. And a oneness or converges to a monotheistic nature of the God. God realization, my friends, is a product of faith on a foundation of intellect. It's a product of faith on a foundation of intellect. You have to think, but act with faith. Then you will realize God. I'll talk to you soon. Till then, stay blessed.